Hi peeps, today we are in version 12.5. Today you are seeing something new, a new menu. So enough of that. So as you just saw, that was the new menu for when you are joining in the game. And now the old map is back. And if you get confused of why I say that, it was because Xism had initially opened a testing game for this game. And that game has been open for a while, but then now he has finally closed it. I think. I have not checked. I'm assuming he closed it. Now he reopened the main game back up so you can play it again. And in it was a map that was very unfortunate. But however, there was some new benefits to it though. So like, there were new buildings, new developments that were coming in the testing game, such as new military bases, new houses, new farms. That's what was going on. And he had not put them inside the main game yet, so it's still just waiting on what he does next, so that's just great. But now my walking animation seems different this time. Yeah, because he had also updated the main game as well. And so now he had actually updated the game just a little bit. There's bread here too, so yeah, eat this for your survival, so you don't stay hungry. Obviously, the first thing that's new is my new walking animation, just casually walking down the sidewalk, no tripods. I'm all alone in my private server, so no one bothers me. So now there's new animations that you can eat, drink, run, walk, basically that, and it looks pretty cool as well. In any case, new drinking animation, flashlight animation, and bread. I don't know if he had re-added the cars. No, he had not. Yeah, that kind of sucks though. So, there's no cars in the game yet. There's nothing in there, but I'm hoping he'll add them soon. Oh look, the doors actually open more easier now. They kind of do. Because last time, before the game had shut down for the testing game to open, the doors were really hard to push open and close. In general. Now they're just more easier this time. Yay. And I think this one's a metal door. I don't think you can even... Yeah, you're locked in here if you're spawned inside this house. Unless there's that door over there. But yeah, that's basically it. Now moving on to a few other updates. So let's go on to the Martian Team, shall we? Oh god, it's bright. So I was gonna do a Bob review, as I mentioned it in my previous video, but unfortunately, Bob is broken. He's broken. He's broken. He is broken. And also, if you're gonna be curious about the harvester, I will get on that later. But for now, I'm more focused on Bob right now. I'm just gonna explain this to you. Bob is broken. He's just a long string coming from the sky down below to the ground. And if you don't know who Bob is this dude. And I'm gonna explain to you what Bob is and what he does, or what he did, because now he's broken. Bob is this little weird Martian who, although it was actually a testing Martian, I don't know, for the legs, basically in general. So the legs were just there to kind of test out how it would actually work for the Destroyer, the Warrior, or any other tripod that Xism wanted to add. That was just like a little testing pod, but then Xism, I suppose, I forgot, he, in assumption, just put it in the game to be funny and just named him Bob the Builder. Bob just makes weird screechy sounds. He can sprint as well. His legs don't really animate like the normal tripods would. They just move very, very quickly. Bob has these little circles, white circles for feet. They're just little teeny circles. But yeah, those are just for the feet. And whenever he walks, there's like a little stomping noise. It's just very silent though. I don't know why it's silent, but it's just silent. But yet you can still hear it if it's quiet around you. That's what Bob does basically. He can also crouch. He just like lowers himself. He just becomes a little shorter. Now to demonstrate what Bob does. So when I click on Bob, it doesn't immediately transform into that morph. I just get a long delay before I actually become Bob. There he is. He's just in the sky, for crying out loud. And when he does spawn, he does do this normally, and then once he hits the ground, his legs come back down. But now it does not work. This Bob is just a very long string. You'll just see this. You'll think it's a glitch, but it's actually not technically a glitch. It's just, well, not for the game. It's just for one morph. and that morph is Bob. He doesn't scream anymore. He doesn't do that little screech. You can't hear the footsteps because his feet are not down here. His legs are not down here. But he does sprint. This is how tall Bob would be with his legs down here, but unfortunately that's not the case. Yeah, this is him crouching. It's unfortunate. We're here again, and let's go to the destroyer. Oh god, it looks ugly. Here we are. So, you may have noticed, or may not have noticed, but I'm gonna tell you anyways, that when I tried to spawn in, you see me just stuck in the sky. However, that's actually a new spawning animation. So, spoiler alert, in the War of the Worlds movie, 2005, there's lightning striking down in the ground to a specific, location, like coordinates. It actually strikes down and activates the tripods that are actually below the ground where the lightning is striking. So yeah, it activates the pods, and that's what's going on here. So I just got stuck in the sky for a bit, but you actually hear lightning. But you actually hear lightning down below me, and there's like lightning here that strikes down on the ground, like I said. A cloud here strikes down on the ground and activates the tripods. And now the tripods rise from the ground because they have been activated. But there's a little weird thing going on with the destroyer right now, so I don't know why it looks like this. Weird material. The walking animation is just very weird. Oh, I did not mean to do that. So, with the normal destroyer beforehand, it walked as accurate and normally as it should. But with this one now, it's just weird. Exism even knows about it. So if you had not seen that, the third leg of the tripod, this one right here, the back leg, it's like, it's walking in more inward or some crap. It's just walking in more further in for some reason. The Nicopod does that, and now the Nicopod's dead. It's no longer in existence. It's not in the game anymore. But now the destroyer is kind of doing the same thing as the Nicopod would. And Exism's trying to fix it. But last time, it was even worse. Before Exism had tried to fix it, it actually was like this far in for some reason. And I don't know why. And I don't know if you saw in my previous video, in the War of the Worlds Moments Part 2, there was a scene where I was the destroyer and I was crouching. The destroyer was literally just walking as if it was trying to sneak past something for some reason. So now you learn about that, let's learn about the new heat rays that are now in the game. So, okay, Exism actually fixed it. So yeah, let's give it some time. I'll try to explain my way through here. So it's gonna look like that, but then eventually it's gonna extend out and actually look more smoother. So yeah, don't worry, this won't bother you as much. There, now it's fixed. And then there's the heat rays. You see? So with the old heat rays that were in the game in the past before, they just had little circles, like the same color, but just like little circles in the center there, and not like this, not like that, not like big glowing heat rays. That's not the case. Now finally Exism had actually made it more accurate, and now these deploy slowly, and now they actually move too, like they animate whenever you shoot. Yeah, you saw that. When Exism had this in the game, the new heat rays, for the destroyer, it was literally A-posing the tripod. Just like, the heat rays just popped out and just like A-posing at that point. But when they finally complete their, like, you know, their deployment, then it just looks like this. Yeah, you can see that down there. Shut up. This one also has the same spawning animation where the lightning strikes down, activates the tripods, etc, etc. You get the idea. And yeah, the old map is back, so enjoy that. I'm also saddened by the fact that we lost a few members from our staff team that you might know of, but I'm not gonna name those. I'm just gonna keep it private. I'm still here, even after that. Okay, Fix the animation, we're finally walking again. So what's new with the Uber Pod, which is also known as the Warrior? So the Warrior actually has some new side lights, but no, they don't align with this part, those little triangle parts. They don't just yet. This thing has an eyebrow. Just look. Give it a second. There it goes. See? I told you. For crying out loud. God. This is in comparison to the old side lights that belonged to the Warrior. And now, as you can see, Exorcism had actually extended these little triangular shapes back to its head and added some more of it on top as well, just to kind of make some teeth out of it. And there's just this eyebrow on the Uber Pod. I don't know why, but it's kind of funny. And the same heat rays are applied with this one as well. So now that they are deployed, you can see the difference between the destroyers and the Uber Pods. It's just the color, basically. The color of the heat rays are now purple because of the Warrior. Yeah, you kind of get the idea. Just kind of fits it, I suppose. But yeah, that's what's new about it too. So the Warrior also has some new heat rays as well. So it's not just the destroyer, it's also the Warrior. And there's now a change from when you shoot these now. So when you shoot them, there's like a field around where the laser is actually making contact with the ground, like specifically. So let's say right there, yes? And let's say like there's like a circle field around from where it's making contact. That was a thing for the Warrior where you weren't directly in the heat ray, but you were around it and you still died to it. That was the case for the Warrior before Exorcism had probably adjusted that, and now you actually have to make contact with the beam so that you die. And that applies with the Warriors, and they have to specifically laser the players, just making direct contact so that they actually die. You might not know what I'm talking about, but if you do, then thank you. The Warrior has some new horns too. This was from the Phantom Pod that I had showed you in my previous video, which only belongs to owner Exorcism and co-owner Hydra. Exorcism, can I just test it for video too, so people know what it's like? Because I bet people will start asking. The Phantom Pod had a horn like this. And no, that's not a sound that I grabbed from another video or some crap. No, that's actually the sound of the Warriors' horns. Their new horn. So back before the update, the horn of the Warriors actually sounded a little more smoother or softer, if I can best describe it that way. And Exorcism decided to say, hell no, let's do that a different way. He actually had grabbed the original sound of the Warriors' horn, which was what I just played to you. And now, it's now on the Warrior to make it sound more intimidating. That's scary as fuck. And now, yeah, that's basically it for the Warrior as well. That's nothing much. I miss playing the Emperor. Oh, I have news for you. I don't know if I should tell this. Bob has a possible chance of being deleted. Oh! Yes, the Warrior's sad. Warrior's very sad because everyone else might be sad too because Bob is being deleted. There's a possible chance he will based on how I just showed you because how he was broken. Yes, Bob is an exclusive. I don't think anyone even asked that, but if you had that in mind, I guess I just answered it for you. However, the Emperor also might come back. There's a possible chance the Emperor will come back. Can I use it too? Those are the two little announcements that I have given to you for the War of the Worlds game. And now I have an announcement for my channel. So you saw my little CHP video. If you hadn't, go ahead and watch it. If you don't want to, then just, that's fine. But basically that was a video for like an ELS pattern, emergency lighting system pattern for ERLC, Liberty County. If you haven't heard of that game, that's a police roleplay game or emergency roleplay game in general. And ERLC had just released an update for where you can actually customize your own like little flashing patterns for the police lights. Only the police lights and the sheriff's lights. That's it. Basically it. Because before the update, you couldn't even make your own custom ELS like CHP. It wasn't accurate enough. So ERLC said, let's do this. They finally added it, and you can make your own ELS patterns. That's what the video was about. And that's just like me sharing my little custom ELS pattern to you. That's actually belonging to the CHP patterns, but you get the idea. Regarding that, for the channel, I'm also going to be posting other videos because I feel like it's now focused on this game more, and I kind of want to focus on other things too as well, like not just War of the Worlds, like ERLC or different games, because that's what my channel is about. I want to post some other videos or talks or other games. You get the idea. War of the Worlds still will be posted throughout this channel. I'm hoping that there's not a change because I'm not posting much of War of the Worlds. I'll still post more, so I just hope you guys enjoy. That's why I have it in my description of my channel. I post so I can try to entertain you guys. Literally, I'm gaining subscribers by the hour. By the hour? I mean by the week. I'm so glad I have subscribers. My subscriber count went from 300 to 600, almost 700. We're almost to 1,000. Woohoo! We're almost there, baby. Let's do this. Yeah. This thing has been staring at you for a while, hasn't it? Let's do that. Let's reset ourselves. Have a nice day, shall we? Can I do this first? Where are my arms going? No, I don't want. No, it's not. No, it's not a kiss. I'm trying to make it look funny. What the hell's going on?